Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, my name is Zanele Ndlovu. I am a wife, a mother of two, and a foster parent. Professionally, I'm a diagnostic radiographer. I've been employed for 16 years now and also a mammographer. So the difference between the two, radiography is general x-rays, mammography is when you deal directly with breast examination in terms of your breast cancer awareness and screening. I'm also a self-made personal development coach. I'm a global business builder. I'm also a speaker um, in my abilities. So I will be your host as well as your presenter for tonight. And I do hope that you've brought with you an open mind. You've brought with you some bit of thank you, Maria and Sekunda. You've brought with you some some imagination of what your life could look like in the next 3 to 5 years or even beyond. What is most important whenever you are invited into a session or a presentation or a seminar is to go there completely empty, allowing yourself to get filled up with what will work for you. Okay. Information is a lot, information is accessible, but what is important is you learning to take what works for you and make it work for you. Taking it home with you is not going to do justice. You still have to put action to it. So I hope as we go through the presentation, you will find room for you to actually make it work or put what we're about to learn here into action so that it builds the results that you desire in your life. So Zanele, as a professional radiographer, why are you in a system or why are you in a platform where you are talking extra income, you are talking um, making money, you are talking personal growth and personal development. What is this all about? Well, guys, like I say, I've been employed for 16 years now. However, in that 16 years of my employment, it has not been, it hasn't been great. I won't say I have a very sad story. I won't say I have a very heartbreaking story. I've never been poor. I was raised by a single parent. I'm the last born of three girls. My mom was an educator. I don't know my father. He passed away when I was very little, before I was the age of 2 years. My mom did all that she could. Like, I don't remember going to bed in an empty stomach. I do remember her struggling to put things together, but we still had a meal. I do remember watching her cry herself to sleep almost in certain nights, but I cannot recall that I ever went to school without shoes on. I've been to the best schools. I've had my primary life at a private institution, a private school. I had an okay education. I was able to go to varsity. So life was not completely a background of really poverty-stricken type of person, no. But because life unfolds with each one of us differently, it also happened with me. Yes, I went to school, completed school. I've never had a day in my life where I've only been unemployed and with out of school for the duration that I was just finishing matric and waiting to start my university. Only that period of my life would I call myself an unemployed person. Because after that, I went to school, I became now a university student. So that was my life. From university, I went straight to employment, right? But what I did not have in within that time of, schooling, university, and then starting employment was financial literacy, and which means that which I believe many of us, um, I don't want to say blacks because this really is in all races. However, we only know about it mostly because obviously we are isolated in our races. But many of us don't have financial literacy. So we have good jobs. Some of us have dream jobs, but we don't have the dream salary. And the little salary that we have, we are unable to duplicate it. We are unable to multiply it. We are unable to make that salary work for us, right? And also because we are in a system where it really does frustrate you whenever you even try to duplicate your salary because you are around a system that tells you you have to work more and try to get more. When you try to get more, SARS comes and takes more from you, right? So for me, you can question why have you been chasing extra income? Why Zanele, you are working very well. Why would you want to do things like this? Well, the truth is, I'm working a good job, yes, but the salary was not sufficient for me. It was not giving me the imaginative life I thought I would have as a professional, as a diagnostic radiographer. I went from government institution to work to private institution because I believed private had better income, remuneration, and some benefits. It didn't. Basically, at the end of the day, it was still the same. All right. So I found myself after giving birth, my first child, I really didn't want to have baby mama drama. I really didn't want to be the one person who depends on others. I didn't want to be bitter against men. I love men. So I didn't want to be bitter against men. So for me to not have bitterness, for me to not go around asking for baby mom, baby daddy income or going ending up in maintenance courts and all of those are places I never want to imagine myself there. I told myself that I will die trying if I have to feeding my baby. I will do whatever I can do legally so, and that which goes with my ethics and my morals to make sure my baby is fine. So though I was working, I was doing a lot of shifts, I was in debt because, yes, again, we have families we go back to feed. We have, once you become an adult, you've got things that you want to own on yourself. You want to have your own flat. You want to have your own car. You want to be able to buy the clothes that you want. So you end up piling up all these credit cards, piling up all these clothing accounts. You know how easy it is to open a clothing account and how hard it is to close one, yo, guys. So that was part of my life. But in my mind, I knew the life that I wanted. I knew the lifestyle that I wanted. I knew what was fit for me. And that was a conviction I lived with every day. Like, no, this is not my life. This is not me. So at some point in our lives, when things happen, when life happens, we stop dreaming because now you are in a situation that does not allow you to dream. You cannot speak to the person next to you and say, "Oh, you know what, in the next 2 years or in the next 5 years, I'm going to be owning a house in that estate." At this point, your 5 years is like literally a couple of steps away. So there's no way you can dream that much. Already, the past 5 years has taught you, Kusi, this is where your life is. Just, you know what, make your bed and sleep on it. This is your life. And many of us, that's where we are. We are at a point where I dream around my salary. I dream around my income. Anything outside of that, it's for others. It's for those other people. So you end up lowering your standards. That was me. So I end up putting myself down so that I could fit in the environment that is around me. When you're living around people who are always lacking, who are always broke. Even if when now you have that 2 rand, you are going to pull yourself down so that you feel and you make everyone around you comfortable. You don't want to say that Mina Phela, I've got money. I'm okay, I can do this, but because that environment is saying you cannot go higher than us, you have to be within us for you to fit in. I was that kind of person. I had to fit in I had to lower, not even fit in, I had to lower my standard around the fact that I know I've got debts, I've got things, but I'm a dreamer. That's me, I'm a dreamer. But now I can't dream because I'm around people who have stopped dreaming themselves. I can't dream more than that. And even my reality is telling me you just stop dreaming because the more dreaming, the more you frustrate yourself because you don't even have the resources to fulfill your dream. I wanted to so much to be a public speaker. I wanted so much to go to John Maxwell's Leadership Academy. I wanted so much to own properties. I remember for me, the only goal I've ever had as a child was to own properties. And no one ever told me how hard it is to own properties. So I lowered my standards so I can fit into the reality of my life. I stopped dreaming, and also I did not have sufficient retirement funds or planning. Besides that one, I don't want to mention the institution, but that one policy that you open when you start working or when people tell you, hi, just go and open it so that when you do your tax returns, you will get paid. You know that one policy? that you probably have not updated in the past 5 years. That's the policy that I had. Even in calculating that, it was not even sufficient for my retirement. The money that I have at work that they are taking every single month, to this day, calculating it, it's not sufficient for retirement. I've got colleagues that are over 65 at work. They cannot retire because in their 30 years of working, their retirement fund cannot sustain their lives moving forward. So I look at them and I look at myself and I'm like, is this going to be me at 65? Is this going to be me at 50? Is this going to be me at 70 where I cannot retire because I still have bond to pay, because my kids are still at university, because I still have a car I need to pay off, because I still have electricity I need to pay. I've got bills that I have to pay. Like, is this going to be me? Like, I look at my colleagues and I'm like, I cannot. This cannot be me. I refuse for this to be me. So that became a wake-up call to say, if a 60-something-year-old at this point in time, in the 20th or the 2020 something years, we are now 2026, we are going to 2030. In 4 years, it will be 2030. And we've got people at this time in this generation unable to retire because they don't have sufficient retirement funds. Just because they are taking it from your pay doesn't necessarily mean it's enough for you when you go stay at home. Doesn't mean that. So that became like a why for me. How am I going to retire? What am I going to have when I retire? And you know how we dream as kids, on my retirement, me and my husband, we are going to be traveling, old age, that's all we're going to be doing, traveling. But no, reality is that there's no way you can retire with the retirement funds that we currently have from these institutions. There's no way. So it means now I also have to cut from my salary on top of that institution that I'm paying, on top of the percentage that my company is taking. I also have to make means to add a retirement policy again elsewhere. And all these policies, they grow every year, each one of them. So the more the policies increase every single year on their annual turnover, my salary stays the same. The school fees for kids, I have no educational plan for them. In the next 4 years, my son is going to be going to university. I have no university fund for him. And with my salary and my husband's salary, there's no way he can get NEFSAS. He does not qualify for NEFSAS. So guess who's going to be NEFSAS for him? Me. Me. So 2 years ago, I had to sit down and look at my life and I said, I'm 35, going to 40. Soon I'm going to have to retire. What do I have within this time? What is it going to be like for my kids? Imagine now my family saying, how Zanele is working so well. Why can't she afford the child to go to university? Haibo, what has your mom been doing all these years for 10 years working and she still cannot afford this? Guys, you know how we talk, eh? You know how we talk, right? So imagine this being you working all these years, and then God remembers you, and your family comes and they sits down with your kids and like, okay, what policies does your mom have? Nothing. You could not pay those policies. There was no money. Income comes and income goes. That's the reality. That's why we get paid today. Tomorrow, you're already shouting at your kids. There's no money. It's gone. And you know what's even worse? You don't have a plan B that sustains or that helps to cover up those gaps. So your family is going to be sitting around with your kids and they'll be discussing how in 16 years, Zanele has not been able to put things in order for her family. She has not been able to work around her life, her finances, so that she duplicates or multiplies what she has. That cannot be me. That cannot be me. I'd rather have my family saying she died trying, she died a hustler, she died not caring that she's a professional. She wanted better for her children. That's the type of legacy I want to leave for my kids. So, yes, I'm a professional. Yes, I'm a medical professional. But I was living in debt. My life was not fulfilling. My lifestyle was not what I wanted. I was not the person that I wanted to be. I was not the person that I wanted to be. I want to be able to give 10 rand to my kid to go to school. I want to be able to give 20 rand for my son to go to school. I want to be able to buy myself takeaway without feeling guilty, without wondering where's the next money going to come from. I don't want to call friends and family and ask, can you please just help me with 200 petrol just to go to work for this remaining months, days before my payday. I don't want to be that person. I know I've been there. I've been that person. I don't want to be that person. That is why we are here today. That is why I'm sharing this opportunity today because this worked for me. When I made the decision, it changed that mindset for me. It gave me something that I don't think I would have been able to handle myself if it wasn't for this. I joined an industry called network marketing. This is an industry that does not need qualification, number one. It's an industry that does not care on your profession. It does not care on who you are. It does not care on your background. It does not care what you have. It's an industry that just says, listen, we are open to anyone. We are open to people who want their lives to change. We are open to people who want to decide where their next 3, 5, 10 years is going to be. Sit now and just think of the life your past 10 years. Think of how 10 years has been for you. Where you currently are today, right now, at this very moment, think of your past life. You've been in a relationship for 5 years, for 10 years, you've suffered, you've been hurt, there are so many things you've enjoyed in that relationship. You stayed trying to make it work over and over and over and over again, and it didn't work. I want to introduce you to a network marketing industry where you can stay in this industry, you can put up with this industry, and it will definitely work. What I love the most about network marketing is that you earn as a distributor and you earn when you help people to also become distributors. You become somebody's helping hand. You become somebody's guide. You become somebody who can look up to you and say, can you please show me how else I can do this? If you've never been a mentor before, this is an opportunity for you to become somebody who people can say you inspire us. Your life does not have to have big cars or big houses. It just has to have direction and purpose. It just has to have discipline and courage. And that's what people are lacking. Many of people don't have courage, they don't have discipline. So when they see somebody who has designed their life with so much direction, courage, and purpose, they want to associate with that person. They want to build a relationship with that person because that's the one thing that leads to success. That's the one thing that leads to success. So network marketing, it is a business model where people earn as distributors. You get paid for selling a product or a service. You also get paid for team building. What I love most about this industry is that you don't have to crack your brain. Ukuthi, what can I sell? Where can I go? I need to go on Shein to go and buy some things so that I can sell them, where everyone can also just access it on Shein and buy directly from themselves. No. Here you've got very unique products that can only be accessed by distributors that are registered in that business. It is an established industry that is currently taking over the world. If you haven't been following when Trump took over his second term, he made sure that network marketing becomes one of the solid investment industries in the country. It is currently leading in America. So network marketing is the next big thing that is giving people or making millionaires out of people. Why? Because it's already an established. So when we are coming into an industry that is already established. We are coming into an industry that has already ready-made products. You don't have to track yourself. What do I need to sell? What do people want? There's not even seasonal things. These are things that can, throughout the year, it's completely products that everyone needs. It's products that everyone need all throughout the year. So you don't have to worry, it's okay. Now people don't want jerseys. Now I need to stop buying jerseys and tracksuits. Now I need to go buy mini skirts no. You stay focused on that. Those products are exactly what the people need from January to December. So you get ready-made products. It is cost efficient. Network marketing is the most cost sufficient business for you to start. You only have to have your first capital. You don't have to go out and look for sponsors. You don't have to write presentations and go into boardrooms and try and ask people to do funding. No, you are coming into a business that is already funded, a business that is already running on its own, that is already doing a turnover on its own. It's already making money on its own. You are coming in to be a shareholder in it. You just need to buy your first share by buying into the business. And also it has good return. It has good returns over time. What I love about it is that it does require you to stick into it. If you have been tolerant to a relationship that was toxic for more than 5 years, you can be tolerant into building an income for more than 5 years for yourself. If you can put up with another human being that has been harassing and abusing you for a certain number of years, you can put up with creating an income in network marketing that can work for you, that can change your life, that will give you your dignity back, that will give you your power back, that will give you your strength back. You certainly can do that. You certainly can do that. Guys, can I get those emojis? Can I get those emojis? Just so I can see that you guys are relating with me, that you are hearing what I'm saying. Guys, this is all reality. I'm not reading a story. I'm not talking a story. I'm talking reality because this is what we are all going through. The company I have partnered with, excuse me, the company that I have partnered with is called Forever Living Products. I had the pleasure a couple of days ago to go online and I was watching a video by the founder Rex Mon, who founded Forever in 1978. And he was talking about the background of Forever. He was talking about how what made him start Forever, because he did not wake up and become a network marketer. He was full-time employed. He was a vice president in his early 20s, and it was sort of like I'll put it in South African terms, like a JSE type of company where they were dealing with stock and economy type of things. And he was working for that. And his friends were already doing network marketing. Imagine, guys, 1970s, rather even before that, because this was before he founded Forever in 1978. So prior to that, his friends were already doing network marketing in different companies. So they would call him to come and do presentations because they wanted to see how the economy was working in relation to their network marketing. So they would call him to come and just stand and explain the markets and explain all of those things to them. And as he would go to these talks, he says he would sit and he would listen to these people talk about the business and how the business works, talk about their marketing plan. And he started wondering because now he would see that these people, some of them have come into the network marketing industry 3 years in, they are earning 3 times more than he was, or some are even earning what he was. Now, remember, he was a vice president. So he was one of the top leaders. It's like a CEO, probably, or an assistant to the CEO, but he's a top position. So anyone who would relate to your income, like if I would make an example to a director's income, who's just doing network marketing, you'd have to wonder, like, how is this possible? Because you've worked your way up to that promotion. You've spent years and days working your way up to that promotion. And here's somebody who just says, I'm selling something and I'm earning 3 times what you are earning, or I'm earning at your level as a director. So he started to study those marketing plans. He started to look at what are these people doing? What are these companies doing? How are they remunerating? And he got interested in that. And he says his passion was to help people. His passion was to help people. He wanted to be a doctor. And he realized that to be a doctor required him to go and be in school for a certain number of years, of which he was already now bound to responsibilities. So then he decided, what can I do to help people, not only help them financially, but the most important part, remember, he wanted to be a doctor, which means his focus point was on the health of people. So he wanted to help people in health. And he said he came across these doctors that were currently testing on aloe vera gel, stabilizing it over a period of years to see if it would change in its form, it would change in its character, it would change in its ingredients, it would change. So they had already stabilized it over years, and he partnered with those doctors. And they realized that no, man, over 5 years of stabilizing this aloe gel from the plant, it remains intact, it remains solid, it remains number one, it's still pure, it's not contaminated. And that's how he started Forever Living in 1978. The farms that he has where they plant the aloes, they are Forever Living. He owns those plants. It's not borrowed plantation. They are owned by Forever. And he said after that happened, he went down and he sat. And I would, as I go through the presentation, I will relate the story on how he came up with the most amazing marketing plan in the world. He still says that in that video, I think that was a 2001 video that was made. Rex is late now. But that video still speaks of what he was saying. To this very day, Forever is the best in its marketing plan, and that comes from the mouth of Rex Morn. So the aloe farms and the doctors that he met, he said he met them in Texas. So that was the first aloe plantation that they had is in Texas in the United States. Then he opened another farm plantation in the Dominican Republic. This business extends to over 160 countries, which means 160 governments have agreed to partner and allow Forever to work in those countries, to work in those economy, to boost the people's lives in those countries. And that means for you also, you can partner with people in these 160 countries without having to go through customs, without having to go through the government, without it's already done for you. You just need to connect with someone on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram and tell them about the business. That's how Forever works. I came across Forever on Instagram. The person I joined under, I saw her on Instagram. I saw her live. I wanted something meaningful for myself. At 35 years old, life had to take a different turn. I cannot be just living like nothing is going to happen to me, like I'm not getting old. I'm no longer as young as I was at 25. I'm getting old and I've got a family now. I need to start acting like one. Forever Living Business is also a family-owned business. Rex passed away a couple of years ago. His son now takes over. He's already in the business. And what is nice about it, guys, that I've also learned about Rex and his son is that they are also FBOs. They continued to recruit. Rex was recruiting. He was doing what he has allowed us to do today. His son is recruiting to this very day. Our our president in Forever is Aiden O'Hare. He is recruited by Rex's son. So these are people that are FBOs that continue to recruit. So they can never allow Forever to drown because it is their bread and butter. That's how big Forever is. It also allows you to leave this business for your child. It allows you to put this business in your will and say, listen, my business is going to be taken over by my child. Forever sits down with your child and they train them. They tell them how the business has been for you. Where are your teams located in the 160 countries? What is needed for you? If you die right now, your position at work, is it ever going to be given to your child? No. You will be buried on Saturday. On Monday, someone else is going to be filling that position. The only thing your kids are going to be getting from your employer is condolences to you and your family. Your mom or your dad was a very amazing person. We enjoyed working with them, and maybe that a few thousand rands that they will be contributing for the funeral and nothing else. And that would be the first and probably the last time you see your mom's boss. I don't want that for my kids. I want better. I want my kids to understand that mom started something that is going to carry us forever. Why Forever, you may ask? Of all the businesses that are there, why would you choose Forever, Zanele? And yes, trust me, I've done other businesses out there. I've tried my luck with other businesses out there, but this one stands out the most for me. Why? Because it's not just about selling, it's about becoming a better person. Most people are very good at just selling you a product, but they are not good people. They are not good people to lead people to life. They are not good people to lead people to forgiveness. They are not good people to lead people to growth. They only want you to keep buying and buying and buying. Some don't even share the business opportunity. So Forever wants you to become a person who wants to see someone else become better. We don't just sell for the sake of making money. We are selling products that are of health and wellness. We are selling products that are going to help improve someone else's life. That's the beauty of being in this business. So it teaches you to care and nurture people. It teaches you skills you did not think you had. Most people come into the business and they will tell you, oh, Mina, I'm an introvert. I can't talk to people. Lalela. When you have to talk about money, you will talk to people. When it's your income that you are writing, when it's your check that you are writing, you will talk to people. At first, it will be hard because you have not seen the money. The minute the money starts coming in, you are able to tell people. You are able to say, hi, Bo, I just got paid for Forever. I just sold and I made 5,000 Rand in one day just selling the products. There's no way you cannot tell someone how you've made 5,000 Rand in one day. So you become something you did not think you could. You'd end up talking in the forever global stages, telling people on how you started as an introvert and you ended up now here on stage in front of 5,000 people or more. That is personal development. That is growth. That is where people now look at you and say, you know, when you started this business, we really thought you were just playing. You weren't serious about it. They forget that you're the one who goes to bed. You are the one whose bank balance is an issue. You are the one where the school will call and say the school fees for your child was not paid. You are the one your child's driver is always nagging for payment for transport. You are the one who goes to bed and you feel all this pressure. So you got to have a skill that allows you to take the pressure away and forever does that. It also affords me flexibility. I'm doing forever part-time. I'm still at work, so I'm able to do this business around my schedule. I'm a preacher, I'm a pastor's wife, I'm a youth activist. I do a lot of things outside of my employment, and I'm still able to do all of that and do forever. So it allows me to do this business anywhere. I can travel from here to Joburg, I'd still be able to do my business. I travel to Swaziland, I'll still be able to do my business. You'll fly out to other countries and still be able to do forever because you only need your phone and internet to run your forever living business. And also it offers the most amazing products in the health and beauty. So, who does not want to be beautiful? Well, guys, I look at Connie Ferguson and I'm like, she cannot be racing to 60 and looking that fine. There has got to be a secret to that, you know? So, health is one of those things, exercises are one of those things. And this platform teaches us on how we can improve our health in supplementing every single day, exercising, eating well. So, this business is not only just teaching you on the necessary products that you need to sell, but how those products actually help you to boost your health as well and your beauty. It is also willable, like I have explained previously, that you can leave this business to your family so they can take over. And also I have mentioned the best marketing plan that Forever has, and you will see how I mean by that. Are we still good, family? Now, I have this amazing video that my upline shared with us a couple of months ago when we were having our one of our Success Day events in Johannesburg. I love this video so much. Like, I've captured this video for the essence in that it speaks to exactly what Forever is. And most people will come, we present to them, and they'll tell me, oh no, Forever is not for me. And I want you to listen to this video on how to respond when somebody says forever is not for me. Because yes, forever is not for everyone. Forever is for the dreamers and the dream chasers, for the people who are tired to be stuck in the same place, the people who desire better for themselves and they are willing to work for it. If they are willing to sit and wait for employment and always wake up to go and send CVs and say, no, I want a job, I'm waiting for someone to do, like you are waiting to build someone else's dream, that's okay. But I hope you would actually work and put that much effort in building your own dream. Because when you get employed, you are being employed to build someone else's dream. So I'm just going to take a few minutes. Sorry, guys. I just want to take a few minutes and see if I can play this video for you guys. And I agree with them. I just say to them, you know, whatever is very good for you, but it's for those people who want to change their life. It's for those people who want to see themselves different this time next year. It's for those people who've got a resilient heart. It's for those people who want to succeed in life. For those people who want to make it. Not for everyone, but for that type. If you want, if you are that type of a person that wants to change the circumstances that you're in now. Wow. Guys, did this speak to someone? Did this speak to someone? Are you that person who wants to change their circumstance right now? Look at your bank balance right now. And the next time your money is going to come in is in 30 days or in the next couple of days if you are already are still going to get paid. And that pay has to last you again for another 30 days. And that same pay again comes in and it has already places it needs to go to. You have no other option. How do you change that? How do you go after something that is going to speak to your dreams and your goals? That is what forever is. Guys, it's okay if you're working. Salary is for it's for those things. It's for the policies. It's for the school fees. It's for the car. It's for the bond. Forever is for building your dream. Forever is for building the other businesses that you wish to tackle that will become streams of income. Forever that is not, it does not have to be the only extra income, but it becomes the foundation for all other incomes. So even if you want to open a salon, you can have forever as your fountain of income. That is going to sponsor your salon. You want to buy taxis, forever is your fountain of income. That is going to help you buy your first taxi. Any industry that you want to come into that needs money, you can work your forever business knowing very well it's going to fund that life. It's going to fund. That's how your life changes. It doesn't just change overnight by one extra income. That one extra income has to duplicate. It has to open other streams of income because even the Bible says, throw your bread overseas, for you do not know which one. I hope it makes sense. You do not know which one. We don't know how the weather is going to be. If you never plant, if you're constantly waiting for the right weather, hi, I'm still waiting for the right time for me to start forever. You will wait forever because there's no right time. Right now, we have weather issues. One day it's hot, on the very same hot day, it's raining. So, when are you going to know if it's the right time for you to start a business? Because it can rain anytime in your life, it can be sunny anytime, and you'd say, yo, I wish I would have started. Trust me, I'm 2.5 years in this business. I'm racing to my first 5 years in the business. By the time I'm 10 years, you are going to be the one saying, hi, forever is for Bo Abo Zanele that started early. But this is your early. This is as earliest as it can be for you. This is your 10 years starting now. That's where your life is going to change. That's where your discipline is going to be. And I get a lot of people who always say, hi, Mina, I can't sell. Who? Guys, we are selling every day. And people sell to us every day. You get a phone call. There's no person in a day who does not get a call from Vodacom, what. I don't want to mention a lot of names, but all these other companies will call you and want to sell something to you. They hire you to sit down in front of a desk at the phone and call people to sell things to. You will sell policies to them. You will sell credit cards to them. You will sell cars to them. You will sell clothing to them. You are constantly online, Shein, Temu. You are buying because someone is selling to you. The hair that you have on, someone is selling it to you. Everyone sells. You are just the only one who says you cannot sell. And yet you wonder why your life is still the same. You wonder why your life is still happening the same way. It's still unfolding the same way. It's still giving you the same stress. Why? I got a quote just earlier today, and it says, people are addicted to easy. You want the easy things, the easy life, the easy money. And easy is the reason their life stays hard. Easy is the reason your life stays hard. You even call your friend in Joburg who's a runner to buy for you a certain wig. That money is going to that wig that will never regenerate to make more money. Well, once you've wore that wig again, you want another one. So you spend a couple of months saving for another. You can look beautiful, but your bank balance is not beautiful. It's not beautiful. And when you die, the only thing people are going to do is just use those wigs and wonder why you'd spend all your life buying wigs, but your house, your family, your kids have no plan for the future. There's no plan for the future. So if you say you cannot sell and you are waiting for someone to hire you to sell, actually you're waiting for a job. That's what they say. I need to first get a job and then maybe I can come into the business. You are going to get a job where they will hire you, put a gazebo for you and say, please sell these starter packs. You're going to be selling. Sit in front of this desk. Please call people. These are the policies. You need to make sure that you get 3 people every day to sign these policies for you to get paid. That's your commission. Angisufuna ukuvuka ekuseni whether you want to dress up, you want to take a bus, you want to go to work so you can work for someone else who tells you what income you're going to take, you're going to get. You are still going to be selling. You are still going to be selling. What do we do here in Forever? We sell. We sell too. The nice thing about Forever is that the first thing we want for you to do is to experience the health products that we have, the beauty products that we have. So there are four main things that we do and nothing outside of that. Only these four things that we do in the business. You buy your products, you use the products for yourself. Become your best customer. If you're not investing into your business, no one is going to invest. You are the investor, the sole proprietor of your business. So if you are not going to be investing in your products, if you're not going to be investing in your business, it's not going to work. Remember, I said to you earlier that Rex was an FBO, a Forever Business Owner. He is the founder, but he also hired himself as a Forever Business Owner, meaning he also took the first step to going and presenting the opportunity to someone, to signing up someone in the business, to helping that person learn how the business works, coaching them. He was an FBO. He was using the same products that he was manufacturing. He wasn't just selling the business, he wasn't just selling the products to us. He was the business, he was the product. So you use the product when you come into the business. Number two, once you have used the product and you feel the energy, you feel people start saying, yo, your skin is glowing. You can see your skin glowing. You start sharing the product with others. The same way you share if there's a sale, drumstick. The same way you share all these there's this Temu link that you guys send to say please like or please do something so that I can get a free t-shirt or a free gift or something from Temu. You are sharing that with us. So share this business as well. The same energy you're putting into sharing of other things, share a business that puts food on your table. A business in the next 10 years, it's going to give you the life you never thought you could ever have again. Talk to people about the benefits of the business. What's lovely about us is that when you come into the business, we will teach you how the products work. Our products are all aloe-based. They are health, beauty, and wellness products. We have over 25 products, 250 products in the global business. So there's quite a variety. There's products for everyone every single season. Tell them about the business, tell them about the product, and we tell you how the products work. So you don't have to go guessing. You don't have to wonder, how am I going to know what this thing does? How am I didn't know the business when I started. I didn't know what the products do when I started. I didn't know any other product except for the yellow aloe vera gel juice bottle that I've seen years ago. But I did not have an idea or a clue what else was there. I still said yes. I was completely blank. I didn't even have a catalog. I didn't even know their prices. I didn't even know where they were. I didn't know their offices. I just knew the lady that was talking to me, and I knew if I don't say yes now, my life is never going to change. I'll be 40 and I'll still wonder what's going to happen. And I don't want to wake up and wonder, how am I going to get my child registered at a university? I had to make a plan. I said yes because of that. So I share the business benefits, I share the experience of the products every single time I'm with people. I develop 20 to 30 regular customers. We teach you how to get customers. We teach you how to connect with people. We teach you how to share this opportunity and the business with others. So there's nothing that you're going to be doing without knowledge. Just like when you get hired, you can say to the interviewers that, hi, I mean, I can do anything, but literally you get hired without knowing anything and you are taught how to do that. So stop making Forever or stop making network marketing industry as if it's separate from the normal life employment that you would get. The only thing here is that you don't have a boss who tells you what time you need to wake up, clocking at work, and clock out. You are your own boss, but the system is the same. You come into the business without knowing anything. We teach you how to do it. If you are teachable, you will get it. If not, even at work in your employment, they will kick you out. So here we don't fire you, we don't kick you up, but it won't work for you. If you're not teachable, it won't work for you. So you come in, You learn how to develop 20 to 30 regular customers, and then you help people to start the business as well. When somebody says, "Hi, Bo, I see you selling this thing. Kanti, how do people join here?" You don't say, "Hi, when I just buy, then I will just give you the product." No, 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 no. Uh-uh. This is not where when you are telling people to go and buy bright packs that are on sale and no one gives you an extra one. No, no, no. Here, when a person says, I'm interested in this business and I want to join, we want them to join because we also get paid for them joining the business. And I'll explain that in the future slide, in the more slides that are coming. We get paid for that. So when somebody comes in and says, I've been buying, but I really am interested in joining and also selling, how do I do that? You tell them how they can do that. You talk to people about the opportunity. You start building your own team under you. That's where now personal development comes in because now you become what? A leader to that person. You are now a mentor. Imagine you who were saying, "Hi, Mina, I can't talk to people. Hi, who would want to join me? Who can actually be inspired by me?" They get inspired by you because they see your consistency, they see your confidence in the business, they see your glowing skin because of the profits, they see how, because of the product, they see how your kids are now happy, how you are no longer, even your post, guys, your statuses are different when you start making money. You stop being bitter at people. You stop fighting your fights on statuses. You, guys, you build a team. Let me not go there. I'm not preaching. You build a team because you want to help the other person to also be where you are. You want them to see how it is benefiting you and how it can benefit them. So you talk to them about the opportunity. You find your five key people. Why five key people? Because five is an easier number to start working directly with people who want something to work. You can recruit more than that. You can have people that are more than five in your line. But there are those five people who are just as hungry as you, who desire their lives to change in the next 5 years, who are like Zanele, by the time they turn 40, they want to make a decision if they continue to be employed or not, who want to feel the glory of going to retirement early, who want to be able to feel how it's like to just not have to say something to a boss. So you'll find those people and you start working towards with them. We have a simple business cycle that tells you why are you in the business? Is it personal development that you want? Is it pension that you want? You work around that. We teach you how that cycle works and you build your team around that. And then you coach your team. Obviously, you cannot coach from what you do not know. Again, you would have been coached. You are going to still get coaching. Even now, with us building our teams, we still get coaching. We still learn how to lead. We still learn how to develop people. We still learn how to help someone move up levels until they start earning what they've came into the business for and even more. So you coach your team on how to develop the 20 to 30 customers that you are also generating every month. You find they find their five key people as well from the people they are recruiting, how they can spot the people who are just as hungry as them. Because everyone comes to work, but not everyone comes to work. I hope it makes sense. Everyone comes to work, but not everyone comes to work, meaning we can all come and go to work together, but we are not going to get to work and work together. Some people don't do anything at work at all. You know those people. They don't work, but they are there every day. So this is just product testimonies that I have of my family. This is my grandmother. May her soul rest in peace. She died or she passed away to be with the Lord in December, first to 2nd of December 2025. What I love most about her story that touches me a lot is that prior to me joining Forever, she was already in her old age. She was still able to walk and do other things, but what touched my heart was how her skin was starting to change. You know how when somebody's sick, the first thing you see is their skin. She was very like colored. She looked colored. So now her skin is starting to change. She's starting to get darker. You can see, good, this person does not have life. This person is sick. And that for me was like, then you end up like, I don't want to age. I don't want to look like that when I'm old. But then at that point, I did not know what we can do for her. She was not somebody who had chronics or anything like that, but it was just age. It was just getting to her. So when I joined Forever, she was not really my why when I joined Forever. She wasn't part of even my decision for joining Forever. However, when I started to learn about the products, when I started myself using the products, and then I started sharing the products with my family, she was one of the people that I started sharing the product with. At first, she was reluctant, like any other person would be. She was reluctant because she wanted the normal things that she would take. Then eventually, bit by bit, I started introducing the products. And as she took the products, she started feeling the difference. She would even call me and tell me, hey, my aloe vera juice is finished now. I need it again. And I would make sure I give her three. There was at some point, I would buy six aloe vera gel juices every 2 weeks just for her because she would drink it like, yo, amazingly. She loved the product. Now, this picture I have next to her, next to this one, this was when she was sick before I did Forever. And then we started using the Forever. I joined Forever in November 2023. We started using the products with her roughly mid 2024 when I was already in the business. And this was 2025. This was literally a picture that was taken a day before she passed away. This was my sister's wedding, and this was a day before she passed away because she passed away just after my sister's wedding. And here she was at the wedding. Everyone was seeing her. She was jolly. She was full of life. She was still. And what I love about it was that while she was using the product, the only pain she would complain of was the natural pain where I would tell her, Coco, there's nothing we can do about that because your joints are already worn out. There's just the aging process. She had never been to the hospital since. She wasn't very sick. She wasn't bedridden. She was still able to do things for herself. It was just a matter of her life, just her body was just wearing off. And what was beautiful about it was that on her day, when she went to be with the Lord, she just went quiet. No pain, no struggle, nothing. And look how beautiful she was, guys. For me, this is peace. For me, this is the kind of grandmother I know. This is the kind of grandmother I grew up around. This is the beauty that I have inherited. And this is how I also would love to die beautifully like that. So I saw the transition of how the products have helped to cleanse her and bring her natural beauty, to help nourish her skin, to nourish her joints, her ligaments, her muscles. Like she was still full. She was still full. And that's why I would always love and recommend Forever products, especially for our elders, especially for people who are starting to look frail and sickly. I know how they've done to my family. Again, on the other side, I've got my sister. She was using also the weight loss products in the business. So when I started, she was my model because I've always been a petite person and I wanted to sell the weight loss product as well. I just didn't know how, and she was able to take the product, and I was very strict to say I want to see results, and that's how she also started. Then she became part of the business because of how the business made her feel, how the products made her feel. Guys, there's so even if someone will tell you, I mean, I'm happy with my body like this, it's just insecurity speaking. No one is happy with a body that is going to cause you diseases and chronic problems every single day. We're not losing weight because it's a fashionable thing to do. You are losing weight because it's the healthy thing to do. There's so much excess fat that your body does not need. You need to have natural, normal fat. So she was also one of those people who would say, hi, I mean, I'm fine as I am. I don't want anything. And for me, I was like, there's no one who can be fine overweight that is causing them sickness. You are shortening your lifespan. And then when I joined the business, also because I was helping her financially in my life, so I was like, you are then going to help me to sell these products because that's how I can be able to financially be supportive to you and the rest of the family. So that was the agreement. She was not interested in any way to joining the business. She's never sold anything in her life. She's one of those people who will say, I don't like talking to people. I don't like people. I don't want to make conversations. So I don't want this business at all. So for us, the agreement was just use the products, take pictures before and after. And that's how I started selling the business, the products to people when they sold it. So when she started seeing the money coming in, then she became more interested. But I love the fact that before even that, when she started seeing how good she was, when she started seeing how her body was and how people were starting to give her a certain attention and compliment her, it boosted her esteem. It boosted her confidence, and she became proud of herself. And that's how then she thought, you know what, I think I can actually do this business, because now people are asking, what are you doing? What are you using? Tell us. And she would tell them, and they would order the products. So she saw how actually this business and the products are very good and how they can help. So this is also another idea that you can have with your family as well. If there's a family member that you are supporting, find an agreement on what they can use so they can produce results. As people see how they seem or how they look or how they feel, it's going to even change her or that person, how she perceives the business and the opportunity. And when she sees the money coming in, when people start paying, then she'll definitely want that money to come to her as well. And once again, in our business, we have what we call our community. So when you start building a team, when you start recruiting people, when you start having people come into your team, you are going to be building a community like this. You are building friendships so that you can actually be able to share memories with, to travel with, to have fun with. You are growing with these people. You are making memories with these people. You are building a certain lifestyle with these people. We all were once strangers, guys, like literally. Everyone that you see on the picture, this is me right here. These are all strangers at some point in my life. I've never known them. This is me once again. These were all strangers somehow in my life. I've never met them. Again, here I am. These were all strangers. So these are people now that have formed a community with. These are people now I communicate with on a daily basis. We check up on each other. How is business going? How are you with your goals? You know, we don't talk about people. We talk about goals and growth. We talk about money. We talk about next level. We talk about what do we need to do? How much do you still need to pay off so you can be financially free? We remind each other. We give each other accountability challenges so that you can get to where you have come into the business to be. Don't just come into the business and then you just want to just have fun. The goal is, if you want to cut down on debt, are you doing it? If you want to save up, are you doing it? And that's what's beautiful about having a team. You're not only leading them, but you start to have sisters and brothers in the business as well. So these are my team, and also my upline. This is the lady I met on Instagram, and I joined the business under her. So we are constantly meeting. She's in Johannesburg, I'm in Mpumalanga, but we are almost constantly communicating, and we get to be with each other sometimes every 3 months, sometimes every 2 months. I travel, she travels as well. So here there's no distance to say hi, because when I'm far, I need to get someone who's close to me. You can find someone who's close to you who's not going to mentor you the best way. There's a connection, there's a spiritual connection that happens when you meet someone. You align yourself to that person, you are linked to that person, and that becomes your destiny helper. So you definitely do have to pray when it comes to who you choose to be a sponsor. It has nothing to do with distance, it has everything to do with connectivity. Do you guys connect? And be willing to respect them, be willing to learn from them, and it will definitely change your life. It has definitely changed mine. So I'm so happy with the team that I have. You're probably wondering now, how exactly am I going to start this business? What is required? I see all these things, Anela, you are sharing and saying, and it's all real, it's all good. And yes, it's true. Life is what it is. But then, okay, fine, let's get to the big points, because that's what you want, right? You don't even want to know who Rex is, how long has Forever been in industry, but you just want to know how much you have to spend to start the business, right? So here we are, guys. The partnership investment that you have to make in the business. We've got different options for you to join the business. You can join the business as a Forever business owner. That is when you become a full member and you buy this box. It's called the Start Your Journey Combo Box. You buy this box with a 7,400. That is how much it costs for you to start and be a shareholder in the business. What I love also about Forever, if you are in South Africa and you do recall, there's these resorts called the Bella Bella, Forever Bad Plus, all these forever resorts that you can recall. You can even Google them. All the forever resorts that we have in the country. This is the forever that I am talking about. You get a share of 30% when you start and join the forever. You become a 30% shareholder in those resorts. Whenever you go to your holiday to book for those resorts with your family of up to 6 members, you get a 30% discount. You are recognized as part of the family. That is a beautiful thing, because many of us know how much it costs to just spend a night at any forever resort. So a 30% discount is like a wow, definitely worth it for me to start this business, because I love that lifestyle of going out. I love you know, traveling and hotel sleeping, that waking up without having to do my bed. I love that type of lifestyle. So you get to be a 30% shareholder when you start with the Start Your Journey combo box of 7,400. That would come your first option in the business. You are then leveled up to become what we call an assistant supervisor. Option B that we have is called preferred customer option. Another word for it that we use is half member. Preferred customer is if you start with anything less than 7,400. Anything less than 7,400, you become a preferred customer. You only enjoy a 5% discount as a preferred customer in the business. However, once you have joined as a preferred customer, we teach you how you can become a full member and close and get to close your membership profile as a full member in the business and get your share of 30%. So these are more ideas on how you can break down your joining packages in the business as a preferred customer. Now, as a full member that I was talking about, which is the 7,400, you are not able to choose products that you want. You get them standard packed in a box. We have our top 10 selling products in the box. This total number of 25 products that you get in this box. You level up immediately to assistant supervisor. You get a 30% discount when you buy your stock. You are eligible to start working towards getting a pay slip, which works internationally. You can go to any bank in South Africa with that pay slip. It will help you to get that house or car that you want to buy. And then you also start earning boost bonuses, recruitment bonuses, and every other beautiful bonuses that we have in the business. And then a preferred customer is somebody who joins with less than 7,400 up to a minimum of 1.6. So the smallest stock you can ever get is 1.650 in the business. And then it's up to you how much stock you want. You get to choose the products that you want. If you want to become a full member with choosing products only, if you are specific on what type of product that you want, then you are going to have to spend 10,600 for you to be able to become a full member with the product of your choice. Okay, with the products of your choice. For more information or more details on this, if you do not understand it at this presentation, please speak to the person that invited you here for better clarity so you can choose the best option for yourself. Now, this is what happens when you come into our business. We help welcome you. We always, in our business, one thing you need to know, we'll always shout, we'll always scream, we'll always give you attention. So I'm sorry if you are somebody who doesn't want to be known that they've joined Forever. It doesn't work for us like that. If you're in Forever, we want you to have customers. So we want to shout that you are now a member in the business. So we'll definitely give you a welcoming that screams, and we'll share this welcoming on our socials so that everyone can see that we've got a new member in our business, and please buy from them so they can also grow in the business. So we will definitely give you that warm welcome in the business once you have joined. Whether you started with the box or you started as a preferred customer, the half member, you are going to get this type of welcoming and recognition in the business. And once again, we also do coaching. So because you come into a business where we need to teach you and show you how it works, you will get the support and the coaching on how the business works and where to start, because most people will be like, yo, I don't know what I'm going to start. How am I going to get customers? So don't worry. Come join, start your business, buy your first stock. Then we're gonna have the one-on-one sessions. If you are far, we have these sessions online, telephonically. Guys, there is nothing. COVID has taught us that there is nothing that can stand in the way of people connecting. So we definitely be able to coach you even online, and you get to get your business off the ground and going. And then again, we teach you how to move levels in the business. I spoke about assistant supervisor when you start your journey combo. I will be speaking next about the different levels in the business. We do recognitions in our business as well. So we always scream, we are always shouting, we are always celebrating the wins that we are making. A small win of you closing a clothing account, guys, that we will scream so hard for, because that's what we want. That is financial freedom. It starts with the small things before we go to the big things. So we teach you how to move up levels in our marketing plan, and we certainly recognize you for doing that. Now, how is success measured in our business? Every company has a measuring tape on how they will measure success or growth. Every business, every job where you are hired, there's a KPI, which is a performance indicator on how you are working in your business. Forever is a global business, so meaning there's in all these 160 countries there are different currencies that these countries have, and Forever has to put up with all these currencies. So for them to have a system that speaks one language in the Forever umbrella, they decided to come with one currency. So anyone in the world who is in Forever will speak one language. Everyone in South Africa, when they're speaking money, they're speaking rands. Right? Everyone in Namibia, when they're speaking money, they're speaking Namibian dollars. Anyone in Tanzania, when they're speaking money, they're speaking, I think it's Kish. So in Forever, everyone in the world who is in Forever, when they speak of money, they speak of case credits. That is the global currency in Forever. Case credits. So once you join the business, the only thing we are talking about is how many case credits do you have? How many case credits do you need? How many case credits? That is money. That's where your money is. It's the case credits. So Forever says we're going to use this case credit to determine how these people in all these 160 countries are performing. So because the case credits are going to be standard throughout the world, then we will know how many people in which country are doing Forever and how are they doing and how are they improving in the business as well. So those case credits are basically points that are attached to each and every product. They are not points attached to your money value, but they are attached to the product. So when you are using your money to buy the case credit, you are buying the points per product. So now Forever says, for us to establish a healthy business owner in Forever, one who is focused, one who is after their dreams, one who wants to see their lives change, we are going to give them a KPI a month of 4 case credits. If they can do 4 case credits in a month, that shows a healthy business owner who has the mindset of growth, who wants to move up, who is here for the money. Because 4 case credit unlocks money in the business. And how are they going to make this 4 case credit? They buy stock to use for themselves. They buy stock to sell so they can make profit, and they introduce people into the business. That's how you are able in a month for you to come and for you to accumulate your 4 case credit. It comes from what you need to do every single month for you to be able to start earning in Forever. The beautiful thing about 4 case credit is that it opens up your pay slip, because now it means Forever has to pay you. So they promised when you do 4 case credit a month, we will give you a 5% boost bonus for reaching your KPI. Also, another beautiful thing is that your 4 case credit a month, when you do it buying stock, there is a profit margin that you will make that is sustaining your business and your life. And I'm coming to it right now. So this is a success formula that Forever uses for you to be able to know how much money you can make in the business. The signature product that we have is our aloe vera gel juice, which is what we're going to make an example of, but you can choose any other product in the business that you want or you are more familiar with or your customers want the most, and you can use it to determine your profit margin in the business. There are products that have more profit than the aloe vera gel juices. You can get a profit of 200 Rand for some products, or even 200 and something Rand for other products. So you'll decide how much you want. How much is, I mean, it depends on what's your bank balance like. How much do you need to have a healthy bank balance? How much do you need to finish off your loan? How much do you need to pay off your car? So it's up to you. The product you are going to be pushing the most is the product that's going to be speaking to your bank balance or your bank account, right? And also your dreams and the things that you want to achieve. So you sell one bottle of aloe in a day. You are making 175 Rand, 16 cents. That is profit. We've already removed the capital. Here we are talking specifically on the profit. You are selling two, you are making 350. You decide to sell 10 bottles of aloe, that is 1,751 Rand 60 cents. For you, that is money coming to you. It doesn't go back to Forever. You've already bought stock from Forever. Forever does not owe you, you don't owe Forever. This money is yours. It comes directly to you. And then you decide now you're selling 40 bottles in a month. You are making a profit of 7,000 selling 40 bottles of aloe in a month. you are making 7,000 profit. Now, these bottles of aloe, calculated in forever terms, gives you a 4 case credit. You've already met. Remember, you are doing 4 case credit, which is what helps forever to say you are a healthy business owner. But on top of that 4 case credit that you've done, that forever recognizes, it has given you a profit of 7,000. That's the beautiful thing of that. Just that minimum KPI already assures you that your stock is going to give you 7,000 if you've done this formula. Okay. Then you decide, hi, there's no way I can sit and not say to and not tell anyone about this business when I'm making 7,000 rand in profits. When I'm making 1.7 in just selling 10 aloe bottles. There's no way, guys. There's no way you cannot tell anyone. Even Mzala, there's no way. So you decide to tell a friend, and your friend says, you know what, I want the 7,000 package because I want to be a full member. I want to be an assistant supervisor. I want the 30% discount. Then I'm going to join with the box, and your friend joins with the box. This box that your friend joins with comes with the points of 2 case credits. Once again, here it helps you, it accumulates on your case credits plus your friend's case credit. So under your name, you are closing with 6 case credits in that 1 month that you've introduced your friend, and also you've done your 4 case credit, right? You're doing this on the same month. This is you doing this on the same month. You've done your 4 case credit, you've got your 7,000 profit, you've introduced your friend who gives you a 2 case credit, it gives you 6 case credit. Then you've gone over and above the KPI limit that Forever has given you, right? The minimum that Forever has given you. Now, because your friend has joined with the box, Forever pays you a once-off recruitment bonus of 1,693 rand 48 cent into your bank balance within 10 days of that person joining. Within 10 days of that person joining, Forever pays you a 1.6 just to say thank you for changing your friend's life and showing them the opportunity. Now, because you've done your 4 case credit, Forever is going to live up to its requirement. It said if you do 4cc, we are going to give you a 5% boost bonus. So now Forever is going to give you a 5% boost bonus for your 4 case credit on the 15th of the following month, because you're going to get paid for what you've done the previous month. So you do all of this in April. May on the 15th, you are getting paid a 5% boost bonus for your 4 case credit. But what is also beautiful is that you are also going to get a percentage of your friends joining again on the 15th. You will get paid a 1,354 on the 15th. That's what you get paid. So for doing something in 1 month, for working your business in 1 month, you've made 10,000 rand in total of what you would have made in 1 month of just doing your Forever business. The next example is when you are doing more than what you initially did in 1 month. If you've done your 40 bottles, now you want to do 60. I mean, people sell 10 bottles in a day. So it doesn't matter how many bottles you can sell. That is money to you. What is nice about this example, however, is that you've now not only recruited one, but you have recruited 2 people into the business, and that gives you a 3,300 once off recruitment bonus. Imagine if you're recruiting 5 people in 1 month, in 1 week. That is 5 times 1.6 that comes into your account just for saying thank you. Just for sharing the business, just for saying, start your business and change your life. Now, also, when you've done that, you've increased how many bottles you are selling a month. You decide to sell 60 instead of 40. You have done your 6 case credit in 1 month. You've introduced your 2 people. It gives you 4 points under your name. You have 10 points at the end of the month. And Forever says these points allow you as a beginner to level up again to supervisor. Remember, you leveled up when you joined the business, and then you went back and you bought your stock. So in that same month that you are buying your stock, when you joined the business, when you joined with 7.4, you leveled up to assistant supervisor. Then you bought your stock. You became 6 case credit active. You recruited 2 people. You're now on 10K's credit. This allows you to be promoted immediately to the next level. And it gives you on the 15th a 2,200 boost bonus, a profit of 10,000 from selling your stock. Guys, this is a lot of money. What can you do with 16,000 extra? This is extra money that is coming into your bank account. Like right now, you don't have an idea, or you don't have a second plan. You don't have a third plan of where you can get a 16,000. Forever says, here's a plan. You can use the system. Guys, are we still good? Can you see how Forever has money, and it teaches us how we're going to make that money, how we can get to that money? So now we come to the marketing plan. Remember, I told you a story about Rex, on how Rex was able to work out all the marketing plans in all the other companies, so that when he starts his, he wants to make the best marketing plan. I remember back then when network marketing started, a lot of people were saying, hi, this is a pyramid scheme because it helps the people up there. Now, listening to the interview of Rex, he mentions that as well. He says, when I looked at their marketing plans in these other companies, I recognized that these marketing plans, it actually favored the people that started ahead, that started long, that are at the top. And I didn't want that. I wanted to create a marketing plan that is going to favor the person who is starting today, and it still gives them a fair opportunity in comparison to the person that started 10 years ago. That is why Forever's marketing plan is going to always be the best. Because the person who started 10 years ago and the person who starts today, for them, the one who started 10 years ago, to maintain the income in Forever, they have to do what this new person who starts today is doing. So they are consistently a new person doing what the new person is doing at the same time, for them to have a fair chance in building their Forever business. Is that not amazing? You don't have to be you don't have to be envious of people who are ahead. They are doing what you are doing when you are starting today. They are, yes, they may have a big team, they may have, but for them to maintain their business, they still have to do what you are doing. So this is how the marketing plan Rex came up with, that makes it different and makes Forever the best in the world. You start your business, all of us will start with a 5% profit preferred customer area. So when you buy your box, your 7,000 box, you are buying your 7,000 box at a 5% discount, the 7.4. That box gives you a 5%, that box on your start. When you go back to buy again on your next purchase, you are now, the system would have now updated you to assistant supervisor with the box. Okay, so here, this is what happens at assistant supervisor. You are getting a 30% discount when you buy your stock. You are getting a 25%. This is the 25% recruitment bonus that we are all getting. All right, when we recruit, you get that also as an assistant supervisor. The minute you join the business, the minute the system updates you to assistant supervisor, you can join, you can recruit someone immediately and they can join, and you get your 1.6. Okay. And then you also get the 5% boost bonus when you are active. This 5% boost bonus is only allocated for assistant supervisors. As you begin your business, it helps to boost your business. That's why it's called a boost bonus. It's boosting your business. When you buy stock, it gives you a 5% boost bonus to continue to run your business and achieve your KPIs, right? Your 4K's credits. The next level, it's supervisor level. This is where now you have done 10K's credits in 1 month. Like the previous slides, you introduce 2 people in the business or 3 people in the business, you do your 4K's credits, you get to 10 minimum CCs in 1 month, you become a supervisor. At supervisor level, you are getting a 38% discount when you are buying your personal purchases, your products. At 38%. Now, this means your profit has already increased. It's higher, more than the assistant supervisor. Again, we all maintain 25% recruitment bonus that we get. And then you are now getting, because as a supervisor, you're now a leader. You've got someone that you've recruited. You've got 2 people under you or 3 people in your team that you've recruited. You are getting, from these people who joined as assistant supervisors, you are getting a 3% on their purchases as supervisors. You get a 3% as a supervisor, as their leader. Then you get an 8% volume bonus on all your new people that you've recruited or your preferred customer people that have come into the business, you have members in your business. That's what you get as a supervisor. The next level is assistant manager. As assistant manager level, you need to do 60 case credit over a period of 2 months. Now, guys, you can move from assistant manager to supervisor on your own without your team. You can buy in with stock if you're a very good retailer, if you're a very good salesperson. However, you won't be able to move to assistant manager if you are not recruiting and building a team, because now you need a team for you to be able to become the leader you need to be. Right? You cannot be an assistant manager without people to manage, without people to work with, without people to groom. So you become an assistant manager when you're moving with your team. You have to have people that are moving to supervisor level as well. Excuse me, as well. So at assistant manager, again, you're buying stock, it increases. You are now buying at 43% discount, which means your profit is higher. So you are getting a 43% discount when you buy a stock. You are still getting the 25%. This is standard on all levels, 25% when you recruit. And then you get a 13% volume bonus on all your recruits, your new people that are buying, your preferred customers, your half members, you're getting a 13% from them. And then you get a 5% bonus on the bonuses that I'm talking about is money that is paid on the 15th if you are 4 case credit active. This is what you are going to be paid from your supervisor line. If you've got 5 supervisors, it's going to be 5 times 5%. If you've got 10 supervisors, it's going to be 10 times 5%. That is what you are getting as an assistant manager, and 8% on assistant supervisor group. This is what you are getting on the assistant supervisors that are current and your assistant supervisors that you are recruiting in the business as well. The next level, which is a level that we are all racing to and helping everyone to get to, is manager level. When you come into the business, this is the level we're going to be talking about the most, to say, please get to manager level, because this is where you unlock the glorious, most profitable part of the business. The money is at manager level and beyond. You get a 48% discount when you buy stock. You are buying the stock at almost half price. At manager level, at almost half price, you are buying stock. So that means you are getting a lot of profit in the business. Just again, managers are still recruiting. You get a 25% when you recruit. That is the same everywhere else. 18% volume bonus. Guys, at manager levels, you get to enjoy being paid for all the levels that you have in your team. So that's 18%. And then you get 5% on assistant supervisor group. You get 10% on supervisor group, and you get 13% on assistant supervisor. Sorry, it's 13% on assistant supervisor and it's 10% on supervisor. It's 5% on assistant managers that you are getting as a team. You need to do 120 case credits over a period of 2 months or 150 over a period of 4 months. This is why I say you need a team, because this is a lot of case credits for you to be able to close your manager level in the business. So this is the nice thing, is that everyone, because of this percentage, this is the recruitment percentage that goes throughout all levels. It means the one person who's a manager in this business, if they don't do this part, they forfeit it. And there are some benefits in Forever that says if you do not do new business, like bring in new people into your business, there are incentives that you may not qualify for. So the person who's a manager and the person who's an assistant supervisor, they do the same thing in Forever in order to keep a healthy business. That was one thing that Rex really made it very fair for all of us. Now, there's another line of income that Forever has, and it's called the manager leadership income. This is when, once you become a manager, Forever says go back and help other people to become a manager. You cannot just clap hands and say, hi, I'm a manager now, so I'm going to manage people. No, Forever says you brought these people here to help them make money. So help them get to manager so they can make money. And when they get to manager level, you are also going to get paid for that, because you've pulled them up, you've helped them start, you become their destiny helper, and you get a 6% for every first generation, the people that you have directly introduced into your business directly under you. You get a 6% when a person becomes a manager. Now, a healthy manager business is a manager business that is doing 60 case credit, which gives approximately, without claims or without being very specific, roughly, depending on how you work, roughly your 60 case credit as a manager would be 43,000 and above. Okay, that is a healthy manager business. So now you as a manager raising a healthy manager who's doing 60 case credit, you are getting 60% of that 60 case credit. That is roughly 18,000 that you are getting as your first line generation manager. So imagine if you've got five first line generation managers, that is 5 times 18,000. Then on the second line, which is the first person that you've introduced becomes a manager, they make a manager also that becomes your second generation, you're getting a 3%. Then the third person that they've also introduced becomes a manager, you get a 2% in that line. So in one line of manager, you are going to be getting paid a 2%, 3%, 6% of what they make in a 60 case credit healthy business as managers. This is another additional stream of income on top of your profit, on top of your once-off bonuses, on top of your boost bonus that you are getting on the 15th. You also get a leadership income in Forever. Guys, this has got to be it. So much money, and you wouldn't want to work for it. How many times have I, oh guys, Mina, when I think of this, I just want to die because when I think of how many times I have done overtime, killing myself and staying up and staying awake, doing night shifts, and I still don't get to see where that money has gone. I know there has got to be something. Then we come to the most enjoyable part of this business that becomes the visible fruits of being in the business long enough, of being financially free, of being able to start doing the big things in your life. This is what then Forever offers, which is called Forever to Drive Incentive. Now, once you've come to this business and you become a manager, you can start working towards Forever to Drive. Now, what's nice is that these are real people, guys. These are FBOs. These are people that are in the business that have qualified for Forever to Drive, and they've bought themselves these beasts that you can see. So this is not models, this is not Google Photos. These are Forever business owner that we have shaked hands with, that we have talked with, that we have dined with, we have danced with. We know these leaders very well. So how do you qualify for your Forever to Drive? You qualify working with your team for 3 consecutive months. You're doing these case credits. 50 in 1 month, 100 in the second month, 150 in the third month. You are getting paid a 7,000 per month for 36 months. You do this for 3 years, for 3 months, you get paid for 3 years. You get this payment for 3 years as long as you are maintaining your case credits as a team. The next level is 75 case credit, 150 case credit, 225 case credit. You get paid 10,500 per month for 36 months. And then again, 100 case credits, 200 case credits, 300 case credits. You get 14,000 per month for 36 months. Guys, you are not forced to buy a car with this money. You can renovate your house. You can buy a new house. You can pay off your school fees. You can go to an overseas trip. This is money that does not have to be accounted for to Forever. They don't want to know what car you've bought. They don't even want to brand your car. It's what you do with the money. It's up to you. These are just testimonies of leaders that have, some have not qualified, but because of doing the Forever business, they have managed with their boost bonus pay slips to go and buy these amazing cars, guys. Forever is so amazing because it does allow you to use the current income that you have to start getting the things that you want. Yes, some of our leaders here have qualified for level 1, level 2, level 3 car incentives, and they've also done so many beautiful things. They've become homeowners. These are the Ndimas. I've met with them a couple of times. I've seen how passionate they are with the business, and they've recently bought this car. I think it's about 2 or 3 months back that they bought themselves this amazing, beautiful car. This is Sive and her partner, who's from Tanzania. They're also doing the business. They are less than 30 years, if not 30 at this year. They are just below 30 years old. They've brought themselves another property. I'm saying another property because they are property owners. They've been doing this business for quite some time. And from both countries, they are able to really build this business amazingly. So they are homeowners. Like I said, you can do anything you want to do with this money. And these are amazing, my amazing upliner. I call them my grannies. They are my grannies in the business, and this is their latest car, which they bought sometime last year. Motike, it's Nobile and Togozane Mbuyazi. I love them so much. They are the inspiration that we have in the team for being in the business. Building a successful network marketing business is not overnight. It's not a 2 minutes needle. income is produced over time. The more you are in the business, the more money you get to make. Another incentive that we have in the business is called a travel incentive. This is experiences like no other. Forever has travel incentives where you can travel the world at different locations. We've got 3 trips in a year. The first trip is called Level Up in trip, which they take you to the Dominican Republic, the aloe fields where the aloe is produced, where the aloe is planted. You get to see and feel and know how the process works. These are the leaders that came from Level Up in February this year. These are all the leaders that went there. So this, like I said, these are not models, these are not pictures we took from the internet. These are our leaders that were there. And then another trip we have is Global Rally Trip that is also happening internationally. They choose a country where we just go and we learn, we come together with all the 160 country qualifiers in Forever, and we get to enjoy truly amazing experiences. This year was Dubai, but because of the war that is happening or that has been happening, they had to cancel it and change the location. And then we have another trip called the Eagle Manager Retreat, which this year is going to be happening in South Africa. In Sun City, the whole of 160 countries is going to be flooding South Africa to enjoy an amazing, amazing time in our country. So these are some of these are the qualifications that I was talking about when it comes to traveling. Again, my upline, Mobile and Thokozane Mbuyazi had qualified for the Level Up at the Dominican Republic, and they had been there. It was so truly amazing to watch their experience. My upline, the person that introduced me into the business, Nonhlanhla Sibiya, has qualified to go to Dubai. Like I said, they had to change the location, but she did qualify to go to Dubai for the Global Rally. And on top of her qualifying to go to Dubai, she also qualified for what they would call a chairman's bonus. This is where Forever sits down for the whole year, breaks down how much they've made. And like I said, guys, when you join Forever, you're a shareholder. So depending on how you've worked in that year, Forever sits down and gives you your share in money form. It's a global share. Imagine how much Forever is making in all these 160 countries. And then even if it's that 1%, it's 1% of something real. Yo, guys, it's a lot of money. So you think she's gonna come back with her check of she doesn't know how much she's gonna see when the money comes into her bank account on that day exactly. And then this again is the Sun City one that is still coming in October. Now, this picture, I've recently fallen in love with this picture because this picture is speaking to not just people who are in the front of a catalog. These are our leaders. And more than anything, if you can see, I've circled some of them. So these are my direct uplines in the business. This was a picture taken in February for those that went to the Level Up qualifier at the Dominican Republic. So once again, this is Nobile Mbuyazi. This is her husband, Thokozane Mbuyazi. This is it's my coco in the business because Nobile joined under Lungile. So this is Lungile Dlamini, and this is her husband. So imagine, guys, Forever is paying for you and your +1 in all of these trips. No extra cost. They don't have to be FBOs. They don't have to be registered in the business. You can choose whoever you want to take in these exotic trips and you will enjoy with them. So I've circled them so that I can show you guys that we are not just talking about people that are very far. We are talking about people that we are really so in tune with them in our business. This is what we have been following with Nobile and Thokozane Mbuyazi when they went to the Dominican Republic. This is Nobile at the aloe fields, right there where the aloe is made. Guys, how many times do you sell a product or you've seen people selling products and when you ask, where is this product coming from? They only know where the warehouse that they are picking up the products from. They don't even know where this product is being manufactured. But Forever said we are choosing transparency over everything. So these are the aloe fields. They were there. They were also picking the aloe because all of our aloe is hand harvested so that it remains organic and potent. And this is them again at the manufacturing a plant where the aloes are then cut and the aloe gel removed for the processing. So they were there, they were doing the work, they were showing them how these things are done, how the products are manufactured. Imagine how beautiful that is. You're not only selling a product you hear about, you're not only selling a product you are told about, but you are literally there experiencing the process and everything. And this is them again here with our president of Forever Living, Aidan O'Hare, with his wife. So this is also the nice thing, is that the top leaders are right there, down to earth with you. Take pictures with them. You get to ask questions. They get to help you build your business. So you are learning directly from the best in the business. So this is our president in Forever Living globally. And again, Tozane and William Buyazi, my uplines in the business. And guys, does this not look like she's photoshopped? Does this not look like she's photoshopped? She is definitely not photoshopped, guys. This is at the Dominican Republic in the resort that they were booked in. Look at how beautiful. Is this not you, guys? Is this not, are you not? I think this is me. I told her, I didn't know this is me. This is definitely my body. I just have dreadlocks. She's got straight hair, but I think this is me. So I love this picture of her a lot. This is an encouragement for me to say, you know what? I can see myself here. I can see myself as a global trotter. I can see myself as an international traveler, and forever only accommodate at the best resorts. So you can just look at this. This is so absolutely amazing. So now, because Dubai was cancelled, guys, we've got Cape Town coming up on the 2nd of May for what we call now a world tour. It's not going to be Forever Global Rally, but it's Forever World Tour. So they've chosen 4 countries that are going to be having this world tour, and South Africa was one of the chosen countries in the Africa region where they can host this, so that we can still get our leaders to get and celebrate their checks as they were supposed to go to Dubai. So because of the war, Cape Town, that's where we are going to be. Luckily for us, we are also now going to be able to enjoy this trip in Cape Town. So I'm definitely going to be flying down from Mpumalanga International Airport to Cape Town to enjoy and experience for my very first time the Global Rally World Tour in Cape Town. So that's very nice. Maybe you're kind of wondering if this will work for you. You know, I've spoken about how some people are introverts, people can't sell, but in reality, actually, everybody is selling something. So maybe you're wondering if this will work for you. I want to tell you, if you take it seriously, anything, any new venture, time and effort are required in it. Be coachable and attend all relevant trainings. Commit the time that is required to become successful. If you are not, if you are self-motivated and willing to work closely with the person who introduced you in the business, it will definitely work for you. Be willing to think big, dream big, set goals for yourself and your family. The beautiful thing about Forever is that you no longer have to lower your standards. You no longer have to feel inferior. You never have, you no longer have to stop dreaming. In fact, when you dream, you challenge us even more to help you reach that goal. When you dream big, you challenge us to remind you, even when things get tough, because in business does get tough, we will remind you of your goal. We will remind you of your dream. That girl, you are not there yet. We cannot stop now. We cannot give up now. Let's keep pushing until that dream comes to light. Commit to having regular customers, building your team and developing your 5 key people. Be prepared to tell everyone what you are doing. Have a great attitude. Those are the contributing factors to making it work for you. Definitely. Nothing worth having comes easy. We fight through rejection, pain, fear, and doubt to come out on the other side with applause and contentment. Now, if you want your life to change, you are going to have to do something you've never done before. You are going to have to pray hard. You are going to have to take a step. Even when you are scared, you are going to have to take that step to changing your life. The only way to deal with fear is to face it head on. No one just wakes up and they are courageous. Courage is built over time when you do the thing you didn't think you'd be able to do. Now, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this presentation did make sense to you. And if you feel that this is definitely what I need to be doing to get my mind right, to get my sanity right, to get my mental health straight, to get my finances in order, to get my confidence back, to get my self-esteem back, to start dreaming again, to give my life meaning and to give my children purpose. I want to become the role model for my kids again. If this is you, and you've got a yes right now, I want you to run to the person that introduced you to this presentation tonight and say, listen, I don't even want to think about it. I don't know what the products are like. I don't know how to sell them. I don't know who I'm going to sell them to, but I know that my life has got to change. I know that I have got to start something. Just sign me up. The rest is going to be history. I'll be on your neck every day. I'll be on your head every day. I'll be nagging and nagging you until I get it right, but I'm willing to start. If a yes is from you, please run to the person that introduced you to the business right now. If it is a no for you, which I really hope it's not, if it's a no for you, I'd love to convert you to a customer. Please try our products. Again, go to the person that invited you to the presentation and say, listen, I'm not yet into the business thing, but I've got an issue with this in my health. What can I use from your products? And they'll be able to recommend the best products for that, whether it's a toothache, whether it's an acne, whether it's period pains, whether it's any energy levels. We've got if something for you. You want to lose weight, gain weight, we've got that. If maybe perhaps it's a maybe for you, and you're like, I'm sure, but I'm not really sure. I'm in twos. You've got questions, you're still unsure about certain things, please once again run to the person that invited you tonight and ask them the questions that you have so that you start into the business with clarity, so that you get to understand how Forever works. However, most I can tell you and assure you of is that the only way to understand Forever is when you are part of it. There's never such thing as let me wait until I understand it first and then I will join. You will never join because you'll never get to understand what you are not a part of. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that tonight you are definitely going to have sleepless nights thinking about how this business can offer you the best opportunity, the traveling opportunity to building the goals, the life that you want in this business. So thank you so much for giving me your time. Do get registered, get coaching, start creating your dream life, and we are ready to support you. We are ready to coach you. We are ready to celebrate you in your achievements as a Forever business owner. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for your time. I'm truly appreciative for staying up to this end, but I know I could not have left anything out because I had to speak as only for your understanding and for you to know how important and how big Forever is so that you can make a very good and wise decision in starting and being part of our family. So thank you guys so much. Have a blessed night. And this is where my presentation ends. And I hope I'll be seeing most of you as Forever business owners. Thank you guys.